place on earth consists of mountain ranges with deep narrow valleys and villages clinging defensively to the hillsides. These formidable high mountains with their high and difficult passes always acted as a deterrent to the outside world. The unique culture, language, and mysterious origin of the people of this part of the world have reinforced their isolation. This is a Kailash Valley. Indeed, a unique place, an excellent example of preservation of a community which is distinct in its ethnicity, language, religion, and culture. This community is the smallest minority in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Located at a height of 1900 to 2200 meters in the Hindu Kush mountain range between the Afghan border and Chitral. It primarily consists of the three villages of Birir, Bumbarat and Ranbur, locally known as Kafiristan, the land of the infidels. The valleys are situated to the southwest of the town Chitral at a distance of 40, 43 and 36 kilometers respectively. During the extreme winters, the valley becomes inaccessible for the outer world by land. The foreign visitors are required to get a permit from the district administration before moving to the valleys of the Kailash. No doubt, Kailash is a scenic valley and much tourist attraction, famous for the distinct culture and unique ways of life of the Kailasha people. The fair hair and blue eyes of these people has led some anthropologists to theorize that Kailasha people are considered as the natives of Chidrali people, and their forefathers have migrated from Afghanistan in 2nd century BC. Kailasha people claimed that they are the descendants of army of the Alexander the Great or even of Alexander himself. It is believed that in 1320, the population of Kailasha people was 200,000. This is now reduced to a mere 4,000. The most distinct characteristic of this Kailash language is that it is purely oral and has no written manuscript. Thus, all the folklore, customs and traditions have been handed down from generation to generation through words of mouth without any written documentation. Recently, many attempts have been made by local Kailasha people in cooperation with foreign NGOs to preserve the Kailash language through its documentation. The Kailash culture has been the center of fascination for tourists, the British, and many anthropologists for years. The Kailash Valley, which is well protected within the mountains of Hindu Kush, is the home of polytheists. These are the fascinating glimpses from the everyday life of the natives of Kailash Valley. Kailash women are easily distinguishable due to their unique dress. They always wear a long black gown stretching on until their ankles. The gown is adorned with colorful beads, buttons, cowrie shells, colored feathers, and accessorized by bead necklaces coiled around the neck. accompanied by an ornamental headdress. Men wear the traditional national dress of Pakistan with a woolen waistcoat. However, the people of Kailash maintain great pride in their language, and the usage of this language has not decreased in the Kailash valleys over the passage of time. It is normal to see Kailash people interacting in their language in their homes, streets and markets. Kailash is a pastoral community which is heavily dependent upon agriculture and livestock. The natives are very hardworking and nature-loving people. Houses and villages are built accordingly to the lifestyle and climatic conditions, but there is also an artistic quality involved. Many of the houses, Kailash temples and defense towers are decorated with different kinds of carved symbols. The villages are generally situated on hilltops for defense purposes and to be well above the river in case of flood. These buildings are constructed in a way so as to withstand earthquakes. They are designed to meet social needs and are in accordance with the prevailing climate as well as geographic and circumstantial conditions. Through the efforts by the government, Kailasha people have started sending their children to the schools. Now they are convinced that through education they can improve their living standards and will enable them to communicate with the outer world in a better way. The children of the valley show their keenness and eagerness towards learning and attaining knowledge. The Kailasha people are becoming educated and they now realize that they have something unique and have no wish to lose their culture. Nature plays a spiritual role in the lives of the Kailasha people, and this is reflected in the gods they worship and the customary festivals of the community. Among many festivals celebrated, the three main ones are the Joshi festival, celebrated in May, the Uchao festival, celebrated in autumn, and Chawamos festival, celebrated for 2 weeks in the winter. Celebrating festivals is the way to offer thanks to the gods for the abundant natural resources gifted to the people of the valley. The Kailash people like to celebrate, and typical festival involves singing, dancing, offering bread, cheese, meat or wine, and at times a sacrifice. The most important of these festivals in Chilam Joshi, a 4-day festival in spring season in Kailash Valley. It starts at Rambur Valley and then moves on to the other valleys, that is Bamburath and Bari. People of Kailash Valley love music and dance. Women dance in circle on different songs. One who visits this festival even once can always cherish the sweetness of their magical sounds in his memories forever.
I'm going to be telling people, you've got to go, you've got to come here, you've got to see this festival, you've got to see Pakistan, because it's fantastic. If you don't, you're missing out on something special.
Kailash is a scenic valley of much tourist attraction, famous for its natural charm. This spellbinding event attracted a large number of local and international tourists. The tourists have travelled through hazardous terrain to display their spirit and excitement in the celebration. There is arranged a camp village by the locals of the valleys to facilitate the foreign tourists by offering them too. As the festival draws to a close, tourists are captivated by Kailasha people in their traditional dresses, dancing to the beat of the drum. Beautifully dressed up women folk participated in the gala. Everyone they went displays their festive mood by holding green bushes and pay tribute to the upcoming spring season. In this festival, Kalasha people pray for safety of their fields and animals. Chilam Joshi festival commemorates the arrival of summer and celebrates the abundance of dairy products during the season. However, hotel and shop owners have benefited from the inflow of tourists. This is the season for them to earn some money. The festival will also pave the way for other tourists to come to the valley. Kailash Valley, a hub for tourism, but unfortunately, they are deprived from facilities. In spite of the hurdles and difficulties, there are many tourists who love to see this mesmeric and serene valley. Having lived among the community off and on for more than 15 years in the Kailash of Hindu Kush, Spitznagel Michael is an indefatigable traveler and tenacious social worker.
I stay the 12th time in Pakistan and attend the 5th or 2nd time the Spring Festival Joshi here. The people are wonderful in Pakistan and here in the Kailash valleys. I always am happy to stay here, not only for the friendliness but also for the beautiful landscape here around.
Over the years, tourism has also become a major source of income for the natives of Valley. However, generally, the area remains underdeveloped due to its remote location. Major aid and development is devoted to improve and facilitate cultural festivals, tourist information and environmental protection measures. More resources need to be devoted to basic infrastructure like schools, roads and health facilities to ensure the survival of the world's more ancient peoples who are living on the fringes of civilization. Visiting Kailash Valley is an exciting and unique experience. The stunning and mesmerizing beauty of this remote location is a great fascination and attraction for the tourist. There are beautiful lakes and waterfalls in these valleys, awaiting their fond guests and visitors. Beautifully sited and being an attractive tourist spot, Kailash is a worth-seeing place, with the sparkling streams, noisy river and shady meadows, raising its natural charm and ecstatic sense of natural grandeur.